Thanks everyone for coming through to the Hub Unconference. We've been hosting the Hub now for over a decade. It's Zimbabwe's longest running annual gathering on digital media, civic tech, and the creative economy. We've got a really fantastic program this year. I think as Lynette was saying, we've also got the Open Data Africa Summit happening at the Hub. So we've got speakers from all over Africa. So over the next 2 days, you guys are going to be hearing some fantastic lightning talks, panel discussions, master classes, all presented by different dreamers, change makers, and innovators from across Zim and across Africa. We're going to be talking about how they're using creativity, how they're using digital media, how they're using journalism, how they're using tech to fight for and build a more just continent. Are you ready to get inspired, my boys? Yeah. You are here to get inspired, you're here to learn, you're here to ask questions, you're here to debate, you're here to say, no, I disagree. We want to make it very interactive and participatory.
We are here at the Hub Unconference. Yo, what's up guys? Magadi, new Salibonan. Today we're at the Hub Unconference, whereby we're engaging in a lot of things that include leveling up with digital inequality.
It speaks to issues of again inclusion, because if you don't have literacy, it means your voice is not going to be heard because you don't know how to use these technologies.
Propaganda, fighting lies, and the concept of dark art matters.
My work is inspired by film, horror, something dirty, grunge and all that stuff. Well, I'm hoping the right people to see what I can do, and also to meet up with a couple of other creatives that I...
There's a lot of young artists who are creating their own fashion labels, their own clothing.
Dabble into the fashion industry.
And a lot of other things. So, Tere is going to follow me and then...
Yeah, I mean, collaboration is everything. You can't win alone, right? So I think when you have like-minded people that come together with a common purpose, we're just able to push our agendas further. We're able to be stronger together, to support each other, to support our growth, and ultimately success.
So the idea with satire is that you can say truthful things in a very powerful way while it being kind of comedy, so it's hidden and it protects you a little bit. So it's especially helpful in countries across Africa and even in South Africa to say things more truthfully than just straight journalism. But it stays, what we do is we pride ourselves on our journalism. So you can't actually make the joke and then it's based on falsity. Then the joke won't land, or if it comes out that it's false, you can literally get sued for defamation. And then that's when we would land up in court. So a lawyer checks every one of our videos. So you've got to be careful, but if you do it right, it's more, I would argue it's maybe even more powerful than just regular journalism, particularly long-form journalism, which is so important, and that's what we use to inform our work, as well as shout out the conversation, because we use it in every single video that we write, or almost every.
What do you think would petition work? So for us, I think, of course, it's baby steps. We can't say that we're going to, do it overnight. Yeah. So we are different as we started again, like I say, the Safe Sister program, which is more of a fellowship program where ladies get to learn how to interact online, how to keep themselves safe, how to keep their accounts safe, but also as they learn all this, they receive a grant and go into their communities and also, teach the people in the rural communities on how to interact with technology. Because if you're a mother who is selling tomatoes, how will you, sell your tomatoes online, but again, safely and all. So all this is taught to the Safe Sisters, and they go down to their particular communities and do that, but also engaging with the government on, different aspects, policies. How are we handling these policies? How are these people getting punished for what they're doing? Does the law enforcement know how? Because like Doc said, I come to you, I tell you, I was harassed, and you had no idea what happened. Yeah, you're like blaming me. It's your fault. I mean, if we go back to, like, for example, mini skirts, if someone gets hurt and I was wearing they say that, it's your fault, why are you wearing like that? You get, yeah? So also the law enforcement getting to learn these particular things and knowing that, this affects mental health. Also, speaking of mental health, going back to mental health, how are we handling the mental health for people who have been bullied online or all that? Yeah.
Absolutely. And Doc, as the doc is giving us feedback, I hope to engage with you. Please prepare your questions, the feedback.
For me, it's a few things. It's training, just training women to be aware of what they should not do or do online. And, just regularly checking your online or social media to make sure that you don't have things like your phone numbers there, your children, and not to mix personal social media and work social media, and try to minimize, posting your family, and just be aware of your surroundings. I think, and also for the media organizations to take accountability. The media organizations.
Conference Hub. Hub. And I